Hello, Sup Trail 71 for another new adventure. Of course, normally we go on backpacking trips, but for this trip, it's a little Bay de Noc Campground. It's located just north of Escanaba, maybe northeast a little bit. And it's just right on the bay. We're going to go check out a little more later. It's a nice private campground. You see our tent we got set up right behind us. And a couple of bugs are out. Got fire ring right back here. And we set up this little canopy just in case it rains. They're predicting rain for tonight and a chance tomorrow. We're staying 2 nights at this nice campground. Overall, it's private. There's actually very few people here this weekend. For what was it, about July 11th right now. And of course, that's our nice little fire pit. Looks like it has a grill on it. Can't wait to try that out later. I think we have some cheddar cheese brats and marshmallows, some s'mores you can make again. They got a post for hanging up whatever right there. And our picnic table's right over there. We're up on this little knoll, looks like. And the lake is just back there. Little Bay de Noc, it's actually part of Lake Michigan. Okay, we have campsite 25. And the camp host, or whoever takes care of the campground, they hung up our tag with our name on it right there. One thing I like about this campground, it's up in the hardwoods. There's a lot of maples and I see a few oak trees around here. Well, this is the oak loop. Nice paved roads. It's actually a very beautiful area. Okay, now we're going to go take a walk down to the bay, see what that looks like. And I know there's a beach around this area also, but I'd rather just hang around near a campsite. Then right over here we have a bathroom.
No, don't film me doing it.
Okay, here you can film. And this is the pay station area. It's actually right very close to our campsite. $24 a night. And if you reserve online, it's a few dollars more. There's some running water right here. So that's kind of nice. Now they do have drive-up campsites. So we could have done that, but then you're taking a chance. There's a quick look at this map of the campground. Got the information station right here. So it looks like a boat launch area over here. Picnic area. Maybe we'll go check that out. Then you got a few loops here. Maywood loop. Then there's a history trail here. So you can do a little bit of hiking if you want. There's some group sites. Oaks loop. And we're at one of these campsites, I think right about here. And then there's the what I think is the best campsites that are right on the water. Oh, this is a cool looking mushroom, I'm not sure what it is. Now this is a beautiful campsite. Of course somebody already reserved it. You see the bay right behind down the hill from it. A lot of these campsites are reserved when I booked it a couple of weeks ago online. Well, the first to come ones, I've seen a few open. They're actually decent. And now we found this trail. Got a nice little bench to sit on. It's just down from our campsite. Now as far as lake views, or the bay views, you can't really see very much. It's kind of marshy right down in there. But now if you go to the boat ramp area, and I believe there's a beach somewhere, then it's really nice. There's a sign. Bay Shore Trail. So you do have trails around here for hiking. Well, here's a trail that goes up to that loop where we are from, where we're camping at. And we actually turned back and followed south of our campsite on this trail along the lake shore. First beach wasn't very good over there, way too many weeds, but this looks nice. Nice and open right here. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, we came out back there before, up another little trail before, and it's all full of weeds. But at least we got a little bit of beach right here. So this is nice. Then right across the lake over there, that's Gladstone. And then if you went down south a little further that way, maybe 6 or 7 miles to Escanaba. Then there's Bay. I'm guessing about another maybe 5 or 6 miles that way is Rapid River, the northern part of Bay de Noc, a little Bay de Noc actually.
I have a bug in my eye.
And there's a few bugs out. Then maybe tomorrow, of course they're predicting on and off rain tomorrow, but I think 13 miles south of where our campsite is, on Stonington Peninsula, there's a lighthouse. It's a very old one, so that'll be cool to check out. It's actually very warm out right now. It feels nice. Yeah, this is a nice little area. I mean, it's not like it's the best beach of anywhere, but at least it's a little bit of a beach. You can wade out there if you wanted to, or fishing. A lot of people I see fishing out. I'll drop a waypoint on this spot in case anybody decides to visit this campground. Now the last loop is a little further down here to have better lake access. So I would recommend it if you can get one of those loops, but I don't think you reserve them. Actually, I'm not sure what the situation is. I know that, well, it was all full over there because that's the first sites that people take. Yeah, walking down this trail, coming up to those campsites, and those are most likely the best ones in this area in the park. And also, somewhere around here, and maybe this trail right here could be part of it, but I believe it's called the Heritage Trail, because this is a historical area. There used to be a resort town, a small resort town built right in this area, and they had dock ships out there from what I read many years ago in the 1800s, around maybe 1870, 1880. And I guess somewhere, not sure exactly where, maybe we'll check tomorrow if it's not raining, but there's still some remnants of old foundations, and I don't know what this is. It's like a piece of cement right there. Could be part of a who knows what. But that's something we can explore tomorrow. There we got a nice little fire started. Possibly, maybe I'll roast a couple of marshmallows later. But as you're walking around here, I was just looking for some dry sticks on the ground. And notice, right next to our campsite, there's these stairs that'll lead us right down to the beach. Can't believe I didn't notice this before. So this is nice, easy access for us. So I'm going to go check this out right now for the first time. And this little trail does lead you right to this little beach access that we had before. So this is actually a very nice campsite. Now unfortunately, we're not going to get a sunset tonight. See, it should be setting right over there, but the clouds are moving in. Okay, I'm going to head back up to the campsite now. And picked up a sub from Subway, so that's going to be our dinner for tonight. And of course, I'm looking forward to that.
Subway. Our new favorite.
Hi, good morning. It rained good last night, so at least most of the rain got over with during the night, and they're predicting some this afternoon, a thunderstorm come through. But the radar looks like it should be clear for at least a few hours here. And right now we're going to cook up some breakfast. Well, as you see, we busted out our old Coleman stove. Got some sausage cook up there, and got some eggs in that carton. Heat up some water for coffee. Okay, this will be our first stop of the day. Traveling around this area. Like I said, it's 13 miles from our campsite. It was Stonington Peninsula with this old historical lighthouse. Nice little park here. Got a picnic table right there. Some bathrooms right next to it. Oh, Kathy's already inside checking it out. Looks like there's some information to read. That's not real high. Well, this old lighthouse is definitely old. Constructed in 1865. And they deactivated it in 1936.
They say it was built with creamy brick from the Milwaukee area.
Oh, it's got this spiral staircase that goes up. There, now we reach the top. It's a nice beach around here. Well, that's all Little Bay de Noc right there. And our campsite is off in that direction. You can see Escanaba, Michigan. There's Harbor Tower right over there. I know it's a little windy, it might be a little hard to hear. Then there's a lighthouse off in the distance over there. And I'm not sure which island's out there, but somewhere it's Washington Island. It's really a cool area. Beautiful right here.
It appears that there's a sandbar right there.
Right, there's sandbars out here. Then it looks like
That one's very distinctive.
that could be Garden Peninsula area. Yeah, I think so. That's like Fayette Park is out in that direction.
We have a large wind turbine, I see.
Yeah. And of course that's the parking lot. We just parked at. It's paved most of the way except for maybe the last 3/4 of a mile. Now we're gonna head back down this spiral staircase. I like these cool windows that they built back in the day. Of course they put these bars on here for safety for now, but this is original. And Kathy's already outside. I'm gonna walk around this beach next to the lighthouse and notice all this sandstone that's carved out right here. This is actually kind of cool looking. Made this little ledge along the shoreline. Of course I believe the water levels are down right now. Usually the water would be a little higher up here. Oh, no, some dogs out there playing. This is actually cool. 6 miles to the south of this point, there's a lighthouse built on a shallow reef. And if you look over in a little distance here, you see a bunch of seagulls on another little reef just off this land. Okay, looks like we're going to leave this very nice area. Head back to our campsite. And just behind this lighthouse, you can see the remnants from the foundation from the old house that was part of this lighthouse. Now we're going to check out this Maywood History Trail, it's called. Trail leads through a grove of large hammock trees and follows the shore of Little Bay de Noc. Also passes a foundation remaining from well-known hotel resort in this area. I'll take a look at the map on my phone. See some of these trails they have around here. This one's 1.2 miles long. It looks like a couple miles for the Bay Shore Trail, I think it's called. And we're right here right now. Yeah, some history is actually kind of cool. Some pictures from around 1919 when people just camp along the bay shore right over here. See a tent in the background. That's a nice trail so far. Noticing these extremely large hemlock trees. Now reading some of the signs back there, they say these trees are over 200 years old. Okay, so it's the old hotel look like. It built in 1904, then it's closed in 1930s. A large front porch, and it was located right back in here. Here, all these small trees are, and that's where it was built. Of course, it's all gone now. Very few remnants you can see of it. You can kind of make out where it was. Right. Kathy was talking about how this is a nice vacation area way back in the day.
Many people from Chicago came.
Cool spring water, refresh resort guests, springtime house. Oh yeah. It's a nice little view right here of the beach. Some areas the beach isn't too bad. You get some nice beach sand. Seems like more you go in direction the northern part there. Beach actually gets a little nicer. Next to our campground it's okay. Not the greatest, but then you go a little further to the south, very short distances, and it seems like the beach opens up and gets a lot nicer also. Of course the views are really nice right here. Of course another stop along this trail, just to show you the old boats that would haul passengers over to this area. Late 1800s.
talks about how they preferred traveling by boat because the road was so dirty and dusty between Gladstone and Maywood.
Right. There's a shorter distance.
They
It's only
actually had a band on the boat
a band on the boat.
in dancing.
Yeah, that's
They would
different.
go all the way to Rapid River and back. And most of the time they would have refreshments.
Yeah, that's cool. Definitely a nice area here. And the bathrooms around here are just the pit toilets, but they're more modern. And they do have water here, and this nice camping area with the hardwood leaves around here, the hardwood trees, and
Look at an acorn.
plenty of acorns.
Have an acorn.
And so you get on this heritage trail or whatever you call it, there's a lot of these information signs. Of course, here I can already see it's talking about bear. Definitely plenty of bear in our area. Okay, we made a loop around there, getting close to the trailhead. This looks like mountain ash right here. And then we're going to head back to our campsite and then go and enjoy that little beach for a while. There, as you can see, it's time to cook up some cheddar brats for our lunch slash dinner, I guess, because it's getting later.
It's hard to say.
Well, this is a nice thing about having this canopy. Right now we're in a downpour. You see our fire is pretty much out now. But we'll just ride this out for a while and then maybe take a walk down to the beach. I'm taking a quick walk down to the beach right now, see if we can get some kind of a sunset. I better do it soon because some of the clouds are starting to move in, but still very nice. Well, it was a decent sunset. Of course, with the clouds moving in, it wasn't quite as nice, but still looked good. We're just going to kick back, enjoy the rest of this fire for a little while until it gets dark. Then we're going to jump into our tent, then probably get up early in the morning and pack up. So we'll catch you on next adventure. Thanks for watching Up Trail 71.